Hey everybody, this is Don and Dan coming to you from The Clinical Trials Guru, the best place to get research industry information.
For sure.
Hey, listen, and our website, by the way, is www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Today we want to talk about recruitment, and I just want to give up a little general information on recruitment, especially for the sites out there that are just getting up and running. Might be your first study and you want to know, how do I get patients? There are different ways you can do this. You have advertisement that you can do on the radio. You can do it on TV. It gets a little expensive. Sometimes the sponsor will put that in the contract and pay for it. Sometimes they'll provide the funds and do it for you. They'll actually do the advertisement for you. Other times you may have to allocate the money and pay for it yourself, and they reimburse you through the contract. The other way is the internet, which is the least costliest way, but it depends on the type of study you're trying to recruit. You have to ask yourself, are the type of people I'm going after utilizing the internet? If they're not, then you can't do that. But it's another source. We've definitely used it in some of our studies and had good results. And my favorite is community outreach. And community outreach means two things, and that's approaching the physicians that might be able to refer the type of subjects that you're looking for, or going directly to those subjects out in the community and talking to people out in the community. Those are the different ways you want to do it. We're actually, as a matter of fact, later this afternoon, going into the evening, going out to a few what we call residential facilities for some studies involving depression and schizophrenia. And this is one of our community contacts. Building up those contacts take a little time. You have to go out and meet with the caregivers, meet with the owners of these facilities, and sit down and get to know them. And we'll go into detail about that at another time, but right now we'll just use that general statement. You have to get to know them, and we'll talk about how at another time. Once you develop that relationship, then you want to keep that relationship. You want to stay in touch every once in a while. It doesn't have to be every day. Maybe once a month at the beginning. Just stay in touch. Excuse me, even if it's just a phone call. Once you've got that relationship going, then it's a little easier to go out to their facilities if they have more than one, and meet with the subjects, which we've done, and we can go out there and do a presentation and have the opportunity to present the studies that we're doing at this moment and hopefully get some clients. So anyway, Dan, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so there's, like you said, Don, there's three ways. For simplicity's sake, there's obviously an infinite amount of ways to do recruitment for clinical trials, but let's break it down into three. Okay, you've got the old school media, which is like newspapers, TV ads, radio ads, things like that. I call it old school media, but it still works. And guess what? Most of the time it's free, because in your contracts there's going to be a marketing fee, advertising costs. So that's money that you can either choose to spend or choose to not spend, but then you'll never receive it as cash. So you might as well use it. It's going to help you out. Then you got the new school advertising, like social media, Google AdWords. I even consider Craigslist part of that. Basically anything online, on the internet. I know I've used a lot of Facebook ads, Google AdWords, Craigslist. Haven't really used Twitter, but that's because our patients are not really on Twitter. But the previous three, Facebook, Google Ads, Craigslist, for sure, I've used those. And also you can get those reimbursed from your advertising costs as well. Then you have what Don talks about, going out in the community. And this includes going to doctors, going to boarding care homes. And for your research clinics out there, you should have someone in charge of marketing and community outreach. But just like we're doing today, we're taking two of our coordinators with us so that we can teach them how to do it. Because once you've established a contact in one of these community centers, it's more like a maintenance. You can send your coordinators out to actually go recruit, and myself and Don can go to other places and establish that relationship. Of course, we'll come back to all of them just to keep in touch. But it's important that your coordinators get well versed on this stuff too. And we understand that not all coordinators make good recruiters, but you should hire those ones that you think there's some potential there. So this is just a little quick video on recruiting. Hope it helps, and let us know how you guys are doing. Maybe we missed something. Let us know. Dan and Don from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.